Hey guys, I'm back drinking a delicious black coffee with milk. So good. So good. Anyway, I'm back with more information is power to tell you guys what has been happening in my life and why I have gone on this weird hiatus without giving you proper information. So, I'm gonna start where it all started. You guys probably know that I'm studying. I moved to Prague when I was 19 years old, alone, because I don't have a family to support me through my studies. So I started working and studying on the side as well or as good as I could. Now I finished a bachelor and I am currently finishing my master's degree. The way it works in Czech Republic and most of Europe, to the ones of you that are from Europe, I apologize for giving you information that you probably already have. But it goes like this. The bachelor is a 3-year or 4-year study ended by a state exam, which is like an hour-long exam in front of a huge committee. And you also need to write a bachelor thesis, which is about, it depends on the school you're studying, but on my school, which is Charles University in Prague, they give you somewhere between 60 to 80 pages. You should write between 60 to 80 pages worth of stuff. Now, for master's degree, that's a 2 years study, or sometimes 3 years study, depending on how well you can manage. And then you have to write a master thesis, which is somewhere between 80 to 120 pages of text. And you need to do the same exam. Well, it's not the same exam, it's an even grander exam. Now, after you finish this, you can get on postgraduate studies or, graduate, doctoral studies for your PhD. Now, this is a 3-year course where you basically just study to, you don't study in the proper way. You basically create science. You do science and you try to bring something new to the table, for which you write what is known in my country as rigorous work. And this rigorous work is somewhere between 300 to 500 pages worth of stuff. Basically, it's a book. And the book that you write, it depends on your school, but on my school, they publish it to wide public and try to, make it as approachable by the outsiders as possible. Now, I have been finishing masters this year, but there has been a lot of shit happening in my life. First of all, I got a new job. I lost my old job in February. I found a new job pretty easily because I'm highly specialized in the field of tourism. So it wasn't, something really hard. So in March, I started working at a new company, but I quickly realized it sucks ass. And after that, I quit. And from April, I've been working for a new company that I really adore. They gave me a huge chance in the way that they looked at all of my experience and said, look, you did this, you did this, you did this. And the only thing that you're lacking is management experience. So let's do it this way. You're gonna become something called production specialist. You're gonna create our politics. You're gonna create our tours and everything. Plus, you're gonna take on the IT sort of issues that we have here. And if you're good, in a year, we're gonna promote you to one of the lower management positions in our company. And from there, you can get to the board and whatever you want. So I was really excited. But from the first day that I started working at this company, I realized that this is no longer just an employee situation. I took on so much from this company, like so many responsibilities and everything, so that I decided that I really need to, give it a bit more time. So I'm doing a lot of unpaid overtimes and trying to get a handle on it. It's getting much better now. I actually, for example, before creating a tour in the system or dealing with these issues took around 5 hours. Now I'm down to 1 hour because I know where to click, how to do it, who to write, and I got the contacts. But it took a chunk of my time. And as I was doing this, I basically postponed my thesis. I told my supervisor at the university that I'm gonna take some time off and probably prolong my studies by a half a year. She wasn't really happy, but she was really supportive. She understood and said, look, it's up to you, whatever you want. But what happened in late April is that I spoke to her again and said, this job situation is now solved. I got this new job and I want to, start, seeing if I can do something with this thesis. And there's a term in June that I might want to do. Then we assessed it and decided that it's not possible because June is too close and I have too much of stuff going on. So she said, okay, let's do it in winter. You're gonna submit it at January and we're gonna be done. However, I was always interested in getting a PhD in historical studies. And what happened is that to actually, how would I say that? To know how this stuff works, I decided to apply to a PhD course and create a project because they were there were open positions and I wanted to do it. So I went there and I submitted my project to them, and then not only did they accept me, I was evaluated as the #1 candidate. I got the highest amount of points and they were really interested in getting me, which is great. On the other hand, this was at the beginning of May, and I had to get there, to manage this. I would have to write the thesis in less than a month. Now, when I started thinking about it, it was like, 15th of May or 14th of May when they had this this deadline to submit the project. Then afterwards, in a week, there was the committee examination. I came to a committee of very, very, very highly positioned professors in the Czech academia, and these guys, spoke to me and everything. And it was about a week after that that I got my results. So that would be at the end of May, which is that's about right. So I had less than a month to write the thesis. I spoke to my professor, the one that's leading my thesis at school, and she said, look, try it. You might fail, but they offered you, a modest scholarship since you're working, but it's a scholarship nonetheless, and they are really interested in getting you. So when I dropped YouTube a month ago, basically what happened is that I was going to work, where I was trying to get a handle of the stuff that was going on. I came home, and for about 5 to 6 hours, I was just studying and writing the materials that I had prepared to create the thesis in half a year and submit it in January. So I managed to do it. I wrote about 105 pages in this 4-week period, or how long it was, and I submitted it last week. Then I slept for 18 hours straight because the last 4 or 5 days I slept 3 hours per night because I still had to work, and it was kind of shitty situation, but I managed it, and now I'm waiting for the final word because I spoke with my my professor, and there is this thing. You can get 4 marks. You get 2 marks overall. One is from the person who is leading your project, which is my professor, and then there's a second one which is called opponent. That's a person that is trying to put you down, and these people will give you each mark. There's 1 which is perfect, 2 which is good, 3 which is we have quite a lot of reservations about your work, but still it could pass, and 4 they don't allow you to come to the state exam and evaluate it. However, if the fourth happens, you have to drop your entire topic and pick a new one, which would mean that all of my research that I've done in the past year would be, nullified, and I would have to start from the beginning. So I asked my professor about this, and she said that submit it. I'm gonna read it in the next 14 days after the submission, and if it's really shitty and you are in a risk of us dropping you, we will delete it from the system, and you can just rework it and apply in January so that you don't have to, drop your entire research. So that was really kind of her, and I really appreciate it. But it was a crazy month, guys. I didn't have any time at all. What actually happened in late April as well is that we had like a crisis with my girlfriend, that a relationship problems that we kind of solved really fast. But what happened is that I decided to work on myself, to better myself. So did she. So we started jogging. I started going to the gym. She started exercising at home. And I'm happy because I lost over 8 kilos worth of fat, and I gained about 3 kilos of muscles in 2 months. So that's pretty good as far as I can tell. But it took another chunk of time away from me because I'm going to the gym 4 times a week now, and it actually exhausted me immensely during the last month. So I had to take 14 days off from the gym to at least manage to write the thesis. It was really crazy, guys, but I'm hoping that it's gonna get better now, because I came out of this as a winner. But we have this saying in Czech that's it's basically the same as Pyrrhic victory in English, which says that you come out as a winner, but your back's all scratched. So it means that you barely made it. So what can happen now is that they would drop me from the university because drop me, they will return the thesis to me. But if they don't, I'm going to start the PhD studies in September, which is awesome. For the next 3 years, I would be focusing on the topic I like. I started going to the gym, and I have a great job now. So it's awesome, but it's kind of hard to time manage everything. So even in this position where I'm waiting for it, and I'm going to start studying for the state exam to prepare for the early September examination, which is called the last regular term, by the way. It's kind of funny. We have 3 terms. We have one in early June, one in late June, and then one in September. And if I manage to pass in September, I can still start the PhD studies, which is awesome. But we'll see how that goes. So anyway, that's what's happening now, and that's why I was gone for a month. I ignored YouTube completely. I didn't have time to look at it. I know that you guys were awesome. You left comments. You still watch my videos. I got money from Patreon and everything, which I intend to invest in one thing that I am thinking about now, which I would also like to tell you guys about, because you have been so supportive and awesome. I have been a dungeon master in various games since I have been 13, I think, and I created this whole project. It's called Nalanaya. It comes from a language I've created for this world, and I have been working on this in my head for a number of years. And I decided that I would like to create a text-based game from this world. The problem is that creating a text-based game is both very easy and very complicated, depending on how you approach the project. Now, you can just create a black and white text game, like, most of the mods from the 90s. But I would like to make it a bit better. So I'm trying to learn Python, and I tried to learn C++, and I was searching for a number of various things how to create this, to create a nice user interface that I could write this text game in. I still have incredible problems. So by the way, if any of you is a programmer knowing either C++ or Python and could advise me about this, I would be very happy to hear you and to get some advice from you. But what I want to do is I want to start a project sometimes during the summer, an official one, where I'm gonna start publishing updates to this, or basically start creating this game as a standing point, and publishing it for you guys to actually comment on it and give me ideas and everything, because I have a great idea about this, and it will be awesome, really awesome. It will take the best from the world that I have created, and I think it would be interesting for many of you. But I'm also believing in the strength of the community. So if any one of you, playing this game or testing it in the future will come up with an idea, I will incorporate it into the story. There will be a number of different ways how that's going to happen. I don't want to reveal anything yet, because it all depends on me being able to find enough time, or actually a regular time, to work on this. Because so far it has been all planning and talking about it with my friends and everything, but I can drop my school, nor can I drop my work, and I don't want to drop YouTube or the gym or my girlfriend, so you guys can imagine how the time constraints really are. But if I manage to get through the master's degree into the PhD degree, I'm going to buy myself a small laptop that I'm going to carry around to school and to the archives. And possibly when I travel somewhere, because I travel quite a lot based on the job I'm doing now, so that could give me a lot of time to actually work on this as a side project, and if it works, I would be only happy. So that is all from me, and for as an explanation of the situation that happened in the past. Now, as far as YouTube goes, I'm gonna pick up the pace slowly. I'm gonna start a new Let's Play today, and that's gonna be the Let's Play I'm gonna solely focus on. I'm also going to play Hat Trick, because I've been playing it for all this time. It's like the only game that I've been still playing, barely, but still playing it. So these two things will be happening. In the future, I'm gonna close most of the LPs that I have, because I really need to move on to the future and start new projects to have fun with my channel. So that's both good and bad, but you guys understand. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now, and well, let me know what you guys think. And again, thanks for the support, thanks for sticking by, and I hope we will have fun in the future. Till then, you guys take care.